guys, and welcome to Final Fantasy 3. This is part 17, and yeah, we'll get straight into it. I feel like this will be a bit of a longer part, so we won't be blabbing on. But we are going to, let me get that mouse off screen. We are going to be heading back to the Dal continent, and all the way down here, of course. And we're going to go back to Doga's Manor. So you might recall a couple of parts ago we got all of the fangs of earth, wind, water, fire. And let's go see what Doga and Unei have to say. I will tell you straight off the bat as well, we'll be getting some more job classes today, so yeah, say goodbye to the party makeup of Dragoon, Black Mage, White Mage and Dark Knight. Come, it is time for Unei and I to give you what we have prepared. A curry! Oh, where are you guys? We can't see you. Step on the circle and make your way through the tunnels. We shall await at the end. Okay, sweet. So this is Doga's Grotto. Again, much like the lake in the last part, if you guys watched that, this is a one-time dungeon. So once you finish with it, there's no coming back out. So make sure that you get all of the enemies and make sure that you get all of the items. Specifically, want to come across the Nemesis. Let's still got an auto battle. So we've got the Nemesis here. I think it has sort of the same design as the Mandragoras from all that time ago. We've got the Cyclops and we've got the Periton. I believe we have actually encountered the Periton in one of the chests. So again, no worries if just make sure to double check. I believe that's in the sunken cavern, but we'll make sure to encounter it again here, just in case. So I could be wrong on that matter, but yeah, let's go down, deeper and down. So yeah, on floors 1 and 2, we'll be getting the Nemesis, Periton and the Cyclops. On floors 3, we'll also be able to find the Ogre and the Umbaba. So good. There we go, Cyclops. Sure, use a fire. We do have some pretty tough bosses at the end of this place as well. Again, nothing too outrageous, but you just might want to make sure that you healed up, or not losing too much health, wasting too much MP as well if perhaps your stores are low. This guy. So it is a Cyclops, but I can clearly see he's got 2 eyes. That weird one on his chest. Sorry, I was just being super lazy and attacking with the mages. As I say, we'll be getting a couple more classes as well by the end of this part. And here we get another 10,000. So I'm just going to go encounter the Periton on this floor. I'll join you when we find it. Okay, here we go with the Ogre and the Umbaba. So this again is on the 2nd floor still. I wasn't expecting to encounter these guys here. I'll show you where I tend to find these guys. And in fact, when I was doing my little test playthrough, I could not find these guys at all. So on this particular floor, but I guess they're here, just a rare encounter. And yeah, I do have another room later on where they're a little more common, so I'll point that out as we get there. But all we got to know is that we've stumbled upon him on the 2nd floor. So yeah, just keep that in mind, guys. And yeah, there we go. Okay, sweet. And yeah, this is where I found her specifically. Okay, I'll catch you when I found a peloton. Ah, here we go. Perfect. So, let's get this on. This guy will be weak to wind. But I'm just sort of using the level 2 magic, really. And yeah, I believe this guy, again, you might want to double check your own bestiary, but I thought best just to double check and make sure that you do have him, just in case that's mistaken. But I believe this is the dragon that we fought in the sunken cave as well, under one of the chests. I think we had a bit of trouble with him, if I remember correctly. But there we go. Okay, awesome. Well, we can get through the rest of the grotto. Let's get to it. Okay, so go down, deep and down. And this is floor 3. And here we want to simply head to the left. There is a room to the south, but there's nothing in it. However, that south room, I did find the Doga and Unei in. And this room with the chest, which contains a rising sun, lust dagger, and a white muscle lust dagger for a thief. And yeah, this room I found the Doga and Unei in. So if you've not got them in your bestiary, just have a hunt around. In fact, I'll see whether it's the first one. No, but we did get a yeah, so this room is where I found the Doga and Unei. Okay, anyway, I want to head back to the start and then, well, to the start of this room and then head to the right. And this leads us to another sort of area. And we can grab, I believe, a chocoboza. That's actually good to say Phoenix down. So that to have been interrupted. There's our Phoenix down, sweet. So, it's the wrong chest. I do really love this music as well. One of my favourite themes in this game, actually. I remember the first time I was playing Final Fantasy III on my Vita, and I got to this point, and I just had to hunt down as many remixes as I could. There's another Phoenix down. On YouTube. Anyway, let's go through here, and this leads to sort of the central hub. I think you can still encounter enemies on that. Oh, maybe not. Okay, forget what I said there, but good, you've come. You must now make the key to Eureka whole once more. That's right, put him up. What? But no, we can't. Listen to me very closely. In ancient times, there were weapons too powerful for mankind to use. Those weapons are sealed in Eureka, but now the time has come. And the Eureka Key needs the energy from Doga and myself to be complete, understand? No, you can't ask us to. Doga, Unei, we can't fight you. It must be done. Have it your way. If you do not defeat us, you will die. Die! So yeah, this is the Doga and Unei boss fight. Unei. Quite tough little bosses. And yeah, let's get into it. So, they are resistant to magic. I am just going to use Bio with our Black Mage, Cura with the white Mage, and just attack with Dragoon and Dark Knight. Again, quite powerful magic, as you can see. So just make sure that your party are healed, that you are keeping on top of it. Doga's 22,800 HP. The difficulty with these fights isn't necessarily the Doga fight itself, it's fairly straightforward, but it's the fact that you have to fight Unei straight after. And yeah, it's a little bit of a gauntlet really. There's no point that you can heal or save. So that's why I'd recommend just keeping yourself healed with your White Mage. And yeah, I believe you can petrify as well, turn your characters to stone. In that instance, I'd use my Black Mage to cure the petrification. just because the black mage is dealing less damage, and it'll keep the white mage being able to heal. So, I mean, obviously it depends what party setup you have as well, and how you like to play. You might not want to bother healing with petrification, and that's fine. There we go. Not the nicest thing to look at, I'm afraid, Doga. I might want to put some makeup on, but... Ugh. Doga, no. It's my turn now. Let's see what you're made of. Unei, don't make us do this. Be quiet. There's a time for talk, but this isn't one of them. Now, have at you. But don't worry. Even if our bodies are lost, our souls will still remain. Now take this. So Unei, same as Doga really, 21,800 HP that you need to whittle away. I'm just using bio because it's non-elemental. Anybody's wondering why precisely. Yeah, let's get to it again. Preferably the light mage would have gone after Unei, but it doesn't always work out that way. But yeah, characters are at the level, I think, 47, possibly 48, where they're doing quite significant damage with their physical attacks. And we've not even got the Gungnir Lance on. We do have it available, but yeah, I've not been equipping it, so if you had that lance available, again, you could be dealing even greater damage with your Dragoon. But yeah, just the same old tactic, really. Again, I'm hoping I'm not keeping these too dull. I'm not really been experimenting too much with the jobs, and I guess you just sort of stick with what you know and what you like, right? And yeah, I always like having the black and white mage, and then somebody's fast and able to deal damage, and somebody's able to is high defense but also a high damage dealer. Doga, Unei, the Eureka Key is now complete. Take it. Now the voice has changed every scene. I do apologise. But here we get the Eureka Key. Doga, spare yourselves of distress. Our souls will still remain, even if our bodies are lost. You must go forth and stop Sunday. He is in the Syrcus Tower, whose entrance is guarded by 4 ancient statues. You must banish the darkness from this world. I know you can do it. I can see the light within you, each bright and strong. The light of courage. The light of kindness. The light of affection. Bitch! And the light of determination. Your hopes and desires all turn into light and give you strength. Banish the darkness from this world, warriors of light. Here, take this too. The Syrcus Key. Syrcus Key? Syrcus? It opens a sealed door you'll find inside the tower. He'll be watching over you. Please, you must save Sunday. Sweet. I mean, not sweet that you guys had to sacrifice yourself, but... Sweet for giving us access to where we need to go. Right, so again, can teleport out if you wish. Make sure, again, before you do leave this area, that you have gotten all of the 8 chests and that you've encountered all of the enemies. So, okay guys, and we're at the top of the grotto, so we're exiting. I'm just stepping on this teleport pad. Simples. And yeah, once we leave, can't get back to the grotto. So, what we want to do now is you actually want to head back to the Invincible where we left it, and hopefully I can remember where I parked it, because I think the past couple of occasions when I've tried to hunt down this thing, it did come a long way at some point. So let's actually consult our map. I guess go to Syronia. Flying. See basically not there. Not here. Third time's a charm. There we go. Sweet. See, first time. That's to land with best. Right, so at this point, if we swap Ark to a lead, we do get another letter, believe it or not, from our buddy Aelus. Nautilus. How has the Nautilus served you so far? The engineers assure me that it should not budge an inch, even when flying against the strongest gale. Oh, served me very well. We say as we just let on the Invincible, which has a bed on. Always worth healing up as well, even if only taking a little bit of damage or expended a little bit of MP. Feel like it's better safe than sorry, right? So let's head to our next destination, and yeah, this is pretty much the only place we've not explored. On the world map, the sort of northeast part of the larger continent to the east. So yeah, just taking our Invincible and flying it straight across really from Syronia, and you should bump into where you need to be soon enough. You do actually need the Invincible to get to the place that we need to go, so that's why I have had to ditch the Nautilus. But simply walking through these, and with the 4 fangs you can get past these statues. If you do not have the 4 fangs, do not attempt to make it past these statues. I believe you get a warning in the form of a flash, and then if you do it again, if you continue past trying to force yourself past them, you will get a game over instantly. Perhaps not fair, but it's a way of things, so yeah, just be careful of that, guys. It's a shame I was clearing my throat through that battle, because it did actually show the Invincible using its cannons. Now, this is our destination, and you can see the tower, but before that we've got to get through a maze. Now, before we go through here, we're going to do a little bestiary hunt. So on the world map on this area, in the forest we can get the Death Needle, Ligers, Minotaurs and the Aeon. And on the grasslands we can find the Death Needle, Liger and Minotaur. We'll search on the forest till we find the Aeon. Here he is. Now we have encountered this fella already, if you've been following this playthrough by the letter. This was the monster that is in Sid's basement, if you recall. Quite a tough little monster, but again, just thought I'd show it off in case anybody sort of didn't see that, because it was an optional part, so perhaps if you weren't interested in that little side quest specifically, and sort of see what Aeon has in store. A lot of based damage, and that did a lot of damage to Ark there. But I'm glad Aeon showed up first, actually. It means we can restrict our search to the grasslands now. Again, these enemies are pretty tough, so don't be afraid to go to your Invincible to heal up if need be. Okay, I'll catch you when I find the next one. Okay, perfect. Here we go. We've got the Death Needle and the Liger. So, yeah, all in all, quite a healthy little mix. I probably shouldn't have used Soul Eater with my Dark Knight being quite low, but I think we'll get by it. So, oh god, Luna. Okay, I'll have to do some curing of Luna path as well. I don't think that's gonna cover it. Yeah, hopefully Solita gets rid of these guys. Oh wow. I mean, I feel like our chances are pretty good, but we'll see. Sweet. Yeah. So again, don't be so laissez-faire as me and neglect your healing. You need to heal. Make sure to heal. That's my top advice. Very sweet. And yeah, here we go with the Minotaurs. So it did take me a little while to find. I was actually reading on a game FAQ message board that they found it easiest. Do you know where we went past those statues? So you might want to search around there. Those statue areas to find these guys, but they do come in the grasslands outside the Crytsal Tower, which is where I found them in this instant. And as I say, you can also find them in the forest as well. So don't be put off. I did choose to attack with everybody because I think, yeah, no, I was done. So there we go. That's Minotaurs. Sorry, it's quite late at night, so I didn't want to be spending too much time. Yeah, my own fault really. Yeah, I've been installing Tekken 7 on my PlayStation 5. Not that you need to know, but yeah, looking forward to playing that tomorrow. I do actually have it on Steam as well, and the sad thing is I've got all the downloadable characters on Steam, and I thought I had them on PlayStation as well, but apparently not. But yeah, I do like a bit of Tekken, and I have a couple of friends who enjoy it on PC and on PS. So anyway, enough of the Tekken diatribe, or diatribe, whatever word. Diversion, digression, that's it. We come again and we've got the Earth Crystal. So you might recall that Doga was saying that the Earth Crystal wasn't destroyed, it's the Earth Crystal. The moment has been prepared for. Yeah, so Goldor's Earth Crystal was actually a fake Earth Crystal. By Master Sunday's orders, you will be crushed. And as with all crystals, we do get a little boss fight to deal with. So here we go, Titan. Again, before I came here, I did actually heal up at the ship, at the Invincible, so well worth keeping in mind. And yeah, just the same old really. Spells with a Black Mage, attack with Dragoon and Dark Knight. He's got 29,000 HP, so a little less than a couple of those bosses we were fighting last time. And yeah, I think we should have this guy done and dusted. So I was thinking specifically Bahamut. I believe he's on 30,000 odd, right? We'll get a bio going, why not? And hopefully, if I use a cure there, I feel like our HP's, I mean, we're not doing too bad, our HP is coming along quite nicely now. But might want to be careful of Luna. Depends on how Titan chooses to attack, really. I don't think we got him. Oh no. Wait, eek. Okay, yeah, I think we got away with that, really. He chose to attack Luna again. Might have been in a little bit of trouble. We'll get a Kuragi going. Let's not be too what's the word? Picky with our spells. Can always go back and heal up at the invincible, and in fact I think we will make sure to do that. So there we go, awesome. So again, same old really when it comes to this guy, but just be wary that it can attack pretty hard. If we're about to get a nice 13+K gil and good experience as well. Warriors of the Light. Sante is using my power for his own evil purposes. It is time to engulf his world in darkness once again. I will bless you with my power. Use it to banish the darkness that threatens this land. The Syrcus Tower, known to you mortals as sorry, mispronouncing everything. The Syrcus something tower, known to you mortals as the Crytsal Tower, was created long ago out of solid light. Sante has used this element against us and uses our power to bring forth a darkness. I do really like the backgrounds here as well. Warriors of the Light, seek out Sante in the Syrcus Tower and stop his nefarious plan. Will do. Yeah, that's the last crystal sort of obtained. Yeah, crystal. Again, we can actually come to this place earlier before even coming to Doga and Unei. And it does give us some jobs. Now, originally I was going to pop Luna back as a thief, but we'll keep him as a dragoon with art. So the jobs we've gotten are the Black Belt, Magus, Devout, Summoner, Sage, and the Ninja. So we're going to swap art to a Magus, and that's essentially a beefed up Black Mage. We'll swap. So sorry if you guys wanted. Oh, getting new job classes. I wonder what wonderful party we'll be getting now. With Raffia going to change her to Devout. It's like the White Mage. And Dingus is the Ninja, which is like the beefed up Dark Knight. So, yeah, sorry, that is nothing too exciting. But Black Belts we will be using probably once we've beaten the game to get our characters up to 9999 HP, because that has the best vitality growth. Summoners are a beat up version of the Evokers with regards to the summons. Sages can use pretty much every kind of magic. So like the Red Mage, but they're not as good with their physical attacks, if at all. And ninjas would be over. So Black Belts are pretty much better monks as well. So this is our party, and this is probably how it looks like for the majority of the rest of the game. And we best actually get these guys equipped. I think it pretty much be the same equipment as before. We've not really gotten many other rods, have we? That's fine. There we go. Again, we'll leave it. We will be getting another protect ring actually. Don't worry about that, but we'll pop our protect ring on Raffia for now, and again, ninjas can equip pretty much the same thing as the Dark Knights. In fact, when we was in that Dark Knight town, we did mention about ninjas. We've also got access to the Genji equipment as well. So what I'm going to do, folks, is get these guys accustomed to their new jobs. So we'll be doing this outside of the ancient maze. So yeah, I'll catch you once I've done 6 battles. Okay, so we're all set. We've got our characters adjusted to their new jobs, and we're going back into the ancient's maze, and this time we're going to make our way through the maze. So we want to head through the right hand side, and in this first area we can encounter the Iron Claws, Unei's clone, the Greater Demon, and Thanatos. And here comes a Thanatos. So let's get rid of them. Now a black mages, or magesses rather, they're pretty much similar to black mage, except you'll notice that the level 5, 6, and 7 and 8 MP is actually quite large, and they have less of the level 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's the sort of deal. Same with the devouts. They get sort of more cast of curages, less cast of cures, but they weren't really using 50 cures anyway. So I think it is a bit of a miss with regards to cure there. That's my sort of go-to, but having more curaga is always helpful. So yeah, you might notice us moving up the spell tier list. Yeah, quite a few enemies to find in this area as well. In terms of the items on the first area, elixirs is the only one. So if you're not bothered about enemies, you might want to rush straight through to the next area. But what I want to do is just clear out and get the bestiary done ASAP. So I'll be running around this area until I've encountered those enemies. Alright, so I'll catch you. Oh yeah, this is where you go to head through. Oh, I also had to mention that when we got the Earth Crystal, when we beat Titan, we did get a little achievement as well, which was quelling the tremors. So you will have unlocked that achievement. That's what I mentioned, right? Okay, here we go. We've got the Greater Demon. So again, same old really. Don't be afraid, as always, to head out of the Ancient's Maze, heal up, save if you need to, and honestly maximize how much experience you get. Try to get as much as possible, because we're coming up to the end game now, guys. We've only got sort of the Crytsal Tower left, and Eureka, which is contained within the Crytsal Tower, which you can visit. So yeah, quite a hefty gauntlet of dungeons, really. And believe me, the last boss is not a pushover. So yeah, the higher level, the better, really. Certainly want to be around level 60, I would say. Not to say that you can't beat it at lower levels, but anyway, here we are with Unei's clone. Sorry, I realised there's some blathering on there. And probably should have cut, but that's okay. Maybe we'll keep it in. Maybe I'll move it into another battle. But regardless, here we go. Unei's clones. So let me tick that off the list. So the next enemy that we have to find is the Iron Claws. Once you get that, it should be all good to go. Yeah, full of yeah, these enemies are pretty tough. So again, don't let your guard down, as I am often want to do. And again, don't be afraid now that you've got your devouts to use your stronger healing spells either. Hey. And here we go, we've got the Iron Claws. So let's get rid of these guys. I'm just going to use some from Faragas. I'm actually pretty near the entrance to the Ancient Maze as well, just before where we went to fight the Titan. So after this, I think I'm just going to head quickly back to the Invincible, just to get that heal. And yeah, we should be good to dive back into the straight back into the Ancient's Maze after that. But yeah, this is what the Iron Claws look like. Pretty pesky. Oh, there you go. Here we are at the end of the first floor of the Ancient's Maze. Just got to cut back, and yeah, if we head to the left, so this is the second floor. On this floor and on the third floor or third area. We get the Lilith's Kiss and Crystal Shield there. We can find the Bone Dragon. The rest of the enemies are the same as the first area, so just keep an eye out for that. And lots of crystal equipment here, including the crystal mail. So let's get that equipped on Luneth. There we go. Yeah, this is one reason why I wanted to sort of keep the Dragoon, because the Thief can't equip the crystal equipment. But I was really in two minds about whether to change Luneth, and I still am. I was even thinking of having him as a Viking, but I didn't really get on with that class too much. Get the crystal gloves here. So, yeah, it's I don't know what classes you guys like to give. Yeah, and feel free to let me know if you care to share. Here we get the crystal helmet. Pop that on our good friend Luneth. Let's head down, deeper and down. So yeah, again, we want to keep an and from here just go down here. Keep an here we go, the Bone Dragon. Now I didn't mention Ingus's skills. I don't think. He's a fiver. Again, this is one that you can probably cast raise on to instantly get rid of. But yeah, Ingus can throw, and if you've got like a weapon or something, you can throw it, it deals good damage. You might remember that shuriken that we picked up. Those are purely for throwing. Quite expensive, but well worth it, especially for getting rid of certain bosses. I have a feeling they do the most damage out of anything, really. I'll make sure to verify that before we use them. But yeah, see how this does against the Bone Dragon. Awesome. So yeah, instant death. Just use raise or toss a phoenix down. And yeah, down here we get 3 chests, including a break blade, phoenix down for those bone dragons, and chocobo's wrath. I will check break blade. I don't think any of our party can equip it. So yeah, we'll check the break blade, but I don't think our party can equip it. But oh, let's carry on through this maze of ancientness. And yeah, this is the exit coming up. But before we do that, let's grab this little dual hacken. Yeah, can't quite recall what this is. Might be. No. Yeah, do apologise for that. It's not a lance or anything. I know we do get a lance, but yeah, there you go. You got a dual hacking anyway. In fact, I'll check out what that is and report to it. Alright, so it's an axe. So probably good for your Vikings. If you've got one of them in your party. I thought that would be best double check, because that would have been sort of out of the back of my mind. Anyway, this is a sort of a bit of an up and down, but if you follow the path along, should say in this area we can't encounter a bone dragon. Can get a phoenix down though, but yeah, if you've not got the bone dragon, you can get them in the next area, or you might just want to search in the previous area. Although I have been wrong about my enemy encounters and rooms, but I believe that's the case. Anyway, we've got the protect ring, so let's pop that on arc in place of the diamond bases. Again, that has the status protection as well. Now, moving on up here. It's a shame I stopped commentating on that because that's a tough fight. We got attacked by demon, and demons can back attack by demon. Demons can summon. They can summon. In this case, they were summoning the iron claws, and yeah, just kept pummeling me. So yeah, here we go. Got the dragoon lance again. I've still got the gun here if you wanted. Yeah, so I did waste 2 Phoenix downs because Raphia unfortunately got knocked out a couple of times. So in this room, you can find Iron Claws, Thanatos, Unei's clone, the Greater Demon, but most importantly, you can also get the King Behemoth. Now, before I go for this, we are going to head out and save. So yeah, this is sort of the last opportunity to save before the Crytsal Tower, and yeah, we're going to go back in and just look around this floor for the King Behemoth. It is a rare encounter, so fingers crossed. And here we go, our buddy King Behemoth. So this is sort of a boss fight in and of itself. 45,000 HP. If you've got a job level 99 thief, you can steal a protect thing, or you've got a chance of stealing a protect thing. It also has I think an 11% chance of dropping a protect thing if you want one. We're gonna use our best spells against it. Obviously we're going to go for Curagas rather, and yeah, let's just whittle down its HP. Now it can start casting Meteor. It's a rare encounter on the sort of final area of this dungeon as well, and as you can see, it's got quite a hard hit to it, so that's why we go for Curagas. That's why I'd say before you go hunting down this beast, just save outside, just in case it all does go a bit wrong. It should be all good. Right. So again, maybe a bit unnecessary to be using the Curagas, but better safe than sorry. Bio, of course, is non-elemental. I have tried using Quake on it, but it seems to miss each time, so Quake hasn't been effective from my experience. But the Dragoon with its Holy Lance and the Dragoon Lance, I believe. Dragon Lance, yeah, and Holy Lance. And even if I had equipped with Gungnir, I could be dealing even greater damage. Yeah, I believe it is when its HP starts getting a little bit low that it'll start using Meteor. Nothing to worry about too much, but just make sure that your HP is kept on top of for that instance when it does start casting. Hopefully you'll get lucky and it won't cast at all, but you never know. Again, perhaps if you wanted, you could pop your ninja on the backbone, start throwing stuff, or even having 2 dragoons jump in, maybe going for mages. But I feel like the damage output with dragoons is and the ninja is enough to justify having it on the front row as well, at 4.7k, and this 2.3, it does add up. That's 7k damage, right, if my maths is correct. And yeah, the Magus is still decent damage, but I think physical's a way to go here in terms of damage output. But perhaps you might want to utilise the jump ability. I tend to find, because you're in the air and sort of missing turns with the, although you are sort of evading attacks, which is good with the jump command, you're sort of not dealing as much damage as you could. I feel like getting 2 rounds of attacks is more efficient than. Well, obviously, if you're finding the enemies tough and you can sort of get out of the way and have your dragoon, you know, avoid any dangers. So in that regard, it's good. But there's our first sight of summon, first sight of meteor. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, that's why I've sort of been attacking rather than. Do have courage here. You know what? Let's actually use that. Got 10 of them. Might as well. I'm not going to use them now then. Oh, nice critical there. That's good. Okay, cool. So, yeah, pretty tough fight. 10,800 gil, 3,800 experience, and yeah. Not bad at all. As I say, it does have a chance of dropping a protect ring. So let's get out of here. But of course, let's heal up. What I will be doing actually between parts is I will be heading to the Invincible just to get my MP stock up. But guys, this is going to be it for us today. I should say as well, because we've made it past 500,000 gil, you get the it's an achievement called sorry, I made a note of it, who wants to be a gillionaire, and that's for having 500,000 gil. So yeah, just a quick note of that. At this point as well, if we go to the Invincible, we should have a bestiary completion of 83% and chest opens of 87%. In fact, yeah, I'll even cut to when we see that. And yeah, we'll be joining you next time for Eureka and Crytsal Tower. Alright, cheers, bye. Okay folks, this is just before going into the Crytsal Tower, and as you can see, we've got 83% of the monsters collected. Achievements, we've got 87% of our chest opened, and yeah, just thought I'd show that off. Alright, cheers, bye.